I will never forget his outstretched arms as he always greeted me at the front door with a tear or two in his eye when I returned from my home in Cheyenne to visit my dear parents in Afton or Ogden. What a privilege is mine to be his daughter. So, I found this verse and I thought it was so appropriate for my situation. It was written by Beatrice R. Parsons. It's to my father. Because you loved to garden growing free and taught me in the wisdom of your years to see God's hand within each small familiar bud, that lovely things can clamber out of mud. My garden is to me a hallowed place. Bright blossoms, green shrubs, the lace of vine against the trellis white, to keep the memory of your love still bright. And because you loved each star and taught me that those twinkling lights afar had not been scattered by a careless hand, but each one placed, as is the pattern on the land. I love the darkening night when planets start so clear and bright against their canopy of blue. For them, toward God's most wondrous sky, I lift my heart and think of you. And then my father's philosophy was beautiful. This was his philosophy of healthful living. He said, drink plenty of water,
walk up there, good.
Breathe deeply, emptying lungs thoroughly, eat good plain food, eat sparingly, don't completely satisfy the appetite, balance food with actual exercise, continue learning worthwhile
Could you take a picture? It's too far.
So that was my tribute to my father. Alice Maud Call Burton was certainly one of the greatest mothers of her generation. To me, she was the perfect mother. The many beautiful memories she made for her children to recall enriched their lives and were a guide to help them raise their children. My mother was the epitome of a kind, loving, faithful Latter-day Saint mother who heeded the counsel of the priesthood leaders. She radiated cheer in her home and managed her household with serenity and a gentle voice. She was able to give counsel, cheer, or comfort to members of her family or to others who sought help or guidance. Occasionally, Mother worked in various community projects requiring time and effort, but her family tried to respond with giving a little extra help at home. Her greatest accomplishments, though, were in performing her church callings and raising 13 children. Her church callings are listed in our family record or book of remembrance. My parents were a very affectionate couple. They had loving consideration for one another, a kind, gentle demeanor, and were never known to gossip, to use slang words, or to speak harshly of others. My dear mother was blessed with great spirituality and an unwavering testimony of the divinity of the restored gospel of Jesus Christ and of the Book of Mormon. She is a noble, magnanimous daughter of Zion. A little verse I love is, you are a wonderful mother, dear old mother of mine. You'll hold a spot down deep in my heart till the stars no longer shine. Your love will live on forever, down through the end of time and eternity. But there'll never be another to me like that wonderful mother of mine. These are the words written by someone as I remember them. I love this little verse. This was written by a daughter of President Ezra Taft Benson. This was by Bonnie Benson when she was 19 years of age. She said, "You, Mother, are from heaven, an angel in disguise. For purposes God sent you down for reasons great and wise. He talked with you before this earth. Your worth he knew was great. A mission he had set up for you beyond the first estate. How blessed I am that God saw fit that I should call you Mother. How blessed it is that he chose me instead of any other. I want to tell you, Mother dear, that I feel truly blessed. Without your light to lead me on, the end would find no rest. So here I am, your life my goal. 'Tis you who made me upright. Oh God, I thank you for my mom and for your blessed foresight." And then I have a few thoughts that I have written. This is to my darling, precious sister, Allie. I do love you. I feel that we have been more than sisters. We have been raised together more like twins. We got along with very little jealousy or quarreling, didn't we? At times I must have been a little tag-along, but you were always very good and patient with me. I'm sure I learned a lot from your fine example in living. You led the way, and I tried to follow. Our paths for many years have been too far apart, but our love for one another has prevailed and grown. You have encountered some severe trials, while for me, life was more tranquil generally. But it seems inevitable that some trials overtake each of us eventually. This mortal life is a testing ground for us to prove how we will serve our Father in heaven. So this was written a little over a year ago. In my efforts to sort of write down some of my